What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mental Health Mondays with the Nerdy Mark. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone had a good week, whatnot. So, today I want to talk about a little bit of a deeper subject. Now, you see the title of the video already, and we'll get to it in a sec. But it's kind of interesting that I'm talking about this because you're probably wondering, Sid, why are you talking about trauma? That's the topic, by the way, trauma. Um, why are you talking about trauma? You did you serve in the military? Were you in, did you experience something that bad in your life? Why are you talking about trauma? First of all, no, I have never served in the military. Um, Although some people say I look like I can, but thank you if you if you think I can. But no, I've never served. I was never in the military, nothing. But to those who are serving or have active, those who are actively serving or have served before, thank you wholeheartedly for your service. I cannot do what you do, and this country, owes you an eternal debt of gratitude for everything you guys do. For paying the ultimate sacrifice, putting your lives on the line, putting the country on top of your own life. Like that takes a certain level of selflessness, And anyway, I don't want to get into too much of that, but definitely, like I said, all my armed forces people, thank you for your service. But the thing is, see, it's not, you don't really have to go through stuff out in the battlefield to experience trauma. Like, for example, there have been a lot of incidents in your life, I'm sure, where you experience trauma. Like, even as simple as getting into a slight car accident can cause trauma in your head. Like, I remember one of the first times I got into an accident. Like, I got into an accident, into a car accident. I had my license, but like 2 days, and I got into my first accident. And not gonna lie, it did shake me a little bit. It shook my confidence as a driver. It shook my confidence on the road. I remember one time getting in an accident in a highway because I had to get to college because I have to take the highway to get to college, and I got into an accident there on the highway, and so I didn't have a car for 2 weeks, and once I got the car back, I honestly was a little shaky and a little nervous about getting back on the road, getting back on the highway. But, as time went by, I realized, like, look, it doesn't mean I'm a bad driver. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It just means that I had to learn. And I learned from that incident, and now I know to be careful on the highway because cars go at insane speeds. And some people think that they're in the Fast and Furious movies and they're freaking Vin Diesel. Or they're Jason Statham in the Transporter movies, whatever movie you like, right? So anyway, another trauma that I had experienced is, I've talked about my many job losses, my many firings from jobs and everything. So obviously, by the way, I'm having a very good time at this job. I really like it. I think it's a very good job. It's really good. But there are times when I have gotten flashed back to, oh my God, what if this job doesn't work out? What if I do something wrong and I screw up and I get fired? It goes back to that because, I had trouble holding a job for a long time. So that did definitely cause trauma. Now, I'm not trying to create sympathy here, but it is a form of trauma. All of us have it. Okay, like I said, you don't need to have been out in in the battlefield, serving this country, giving your life for this country, for the United States of America. That's where I live. For those who are watching internationally, but you don't have to have given sacrificed your life for this country. You didn't have to have been a prisoner of war to experience trauma. Now that trauma is definitely a lot different because they see a lot of crap, but we've gone through experiences in life which can be defined as trauma, like whether you lost multiple jobs, whether you whether you had a car, whether you were in a car accident, you know, so many things can lead to a kind of a traumatic kind of experience, which can come to bite us in the butt towards the end. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that, yeah, your past experiences, they happened. You know, what happened, happened. You know, you got into that car accident. You lost your job. You fell off you fell off your bike and injured your leg. You know, you did, you know, whatever. You had trouble when you were swimming. Maybe you almost drowned when you were swimming. God forbid, none of you do. But I'm sorry, this is terrible. But you get the point, though. Like, so many things in our lives can lead to a traumatic experience later on in the future, if that makes sense, you know? But here's the thing. Those experiences, what I learned is those experiences do not define us as a person. Just because you got into a car wreck doesn't make you a bad driver. Just because you lost your job doesn't make you a bad employee. Just because you almost drowned swimming does not make you a bad swimmer. You know? It's kind of about, what did you take from that experience moving forward? See, these things happen. Like, I am a firm believer in everything happening for a reason. Okay? I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I believe that life gives us certain experiences to learn. You know, we have to sit down and really reflect and say, okay, what did I learn from here? Like, I remember when I had gotten my previous job. So, my back hurts a little bit, sorry. Excuse me. When I got my previous job, the one before this, I was honestly jumping for joy when I got it. I would say I was overly excited for the job. I was like, oh yeah, I got this job. Everything's going to be great. Things are just going to be all smooth sailing from now on. But unfortunately, that's not the case. That's not what happened. So, and then, I got this job 6 months after I lost that previous job. But when I got hired, I didn't go with that same mentality of, oh my God, I got this job. Yay. I mean, I was happy for sure, but I didn't go in, with the whole, attitude of everything is going to be great now and things are going to be smooth sailing and, we're off to the races. No, I just went with, okay, I have this job and I'm grateful for it. Let's make the most of it. That's kind of, if we go with that attitude of, let's see what we learn from our past experiences and take it into what we have in the present, I think we can live a much better life. Honestly, I think it's the same thing with even like relationships, right? Maybe you and your previous partner, it didn't work out. Part of it could have been you, half of it could have been them. But you can't change them, but you can change you, so that when you go off and you find the next potential partner in your relationship, maybe you'll understand. Maybe you'll sit back, reflect, and see what you did wrong. I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess I'm saying if you want to take notes, go ahead, right? Not on this video. I mean, like on, what you did. When you reflect, maybe you can write it down. When you sit down and you reflect on what you did wrong or what you could have done better. Let's not say what did you do wrong, because, again, you're not a terrible person unless, you were abusive. In that case, that's a whole other topic. But let's just say for some other reason, you and your partner mutually broke off the relationship. What can you learn? What is it that you think that you could have done better? Now, you can't, like I said, your ex, you cannot change them. You can't change him or her. That's something they're going to have to do if they want to. But you can learn from that experience And if you can be a better person because of it, then in your next relationship, you'll be more successful, right? And that's the thing. And that's, see, like, because going through a breakup can be a traumatic experience because, again, you can go back to, if you get into another relationship, oh my God, what if I messed this up? But, if you sit back and you learn, you just say, okay, I did I did A, B, and C in this relationship. I will instead do D, E, and F, right? So, and that's what it is. And I'm no relationship expert. So, I'm just kind of thinking about it. This is just kind of how I think about it, right? So, yeah. But, but just at the end of the day, whatever experiences you had in your past, whatever traumatic experiences you had in your past, use them to learn and use them to help yourself in the future. You know what I mean? Like, if you have gone through certain things, like for example, I'm not talking about people who actually, have clinical depression, and anxiety and stuff like that. That's a little different. That is an actual issue. But for people who don't have such issues, this is who this video is for. Okay, for people who are actually don't have like actual, issues like I said, like depression or anxiety or bipolar or any of that stuff. This is for you. Think about what were some lessons you learned from your past experiences and implement them in the future. And you can live, and I promise you that things will be better. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do with this new job. I'm looking at past experiences. What did I do wrong? How can I reverse that particular incident, so that doesn't happen again? That's what I'm thinking about. So, hope you guys enjoyed this Mental Health Monday. I know it was a bit of a hefty one, and quite frankly, it was a little bit hard for me to talk about. If I offended anybody in this video, I am sorry. That was not my intent. It was just for me to share my experience and my thoughts on certain topics. But like I said, if there are any other topics you would like me to cover on Mental Health Mondays, let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. Well, you know what? You don't have to do any of that. Just thank you for watching. Seriously, like, even with these videos, I'm not going to tell you to, do anything in relation to, following me or subscribing to me. If you want to, go ahead. That's up to you. But I'm not going to promote any of that stuff in this video. That'll be for my wrestling and nerd culture content. But like I said, this was a hefty one. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys, and this is in the words of Fraser Crane, this is Sid the Nerdy Mark, wishing you all a good mental health.